Welcome to Home on the Range here, and I know I told you guys I was going to take my imitation Winchester 62 and sight it in and go back to the range and see if I couldn't hit better, but I lied. Saturday I did stuff with the boss lady, and Sunday I did stuff with the boss lady, and Monday I sort of did stuff with the boss lady and started to reload ammo. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to reload some ammo here, and we're going to go to the range and chronograph it, and I'll get back to the Winchester 62 a little bit later. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to we're going to take my 5-year collection of 380 brass. Now, I'm one of those guys that goes around with a brass broom, you know, and you go around the range, and wherever people left their brass, I roll that little booger over it, and it picks up all the stuff. I get 45s and 9s and 40s, and every once in a long while some 38 specials or 380s. But it's kind of like finding hen's teeth to find 380s on the ground. That's why it took me 5 years to mostly fill up a little roasted nut jar. But anyway, I figured I had about 490 in there, and we're going to reload some of those, and we're going to go to the range and chronograph the stuff and see how things going. Let's get on with it. So the last time we talked, I was going to take my 22 and sight it in and go back to the range, and I don't want to do that either on Saturday or Sunday or Monday. Well, here it is Monday, and I had to take the car today to get the 10,000 mile servicing, and on top of that I was busy doing other things Saturday and Sunday, so I didn't do that. But I do have this stuff here. I got that little jar of 380 brass. That little jar right there, that's 5 years of 380 brass collecting right there. That's the sum result of it. So 9 millimeters in there, and a few you know, 380s that I couldn't use, stuff that was too thick to fit the shell plate and one thing or another, and some with the swedged in primer, and I didn't want to mess with that. So anyway, we're going to load up some of these, and then maybe tomorrow morning we'll take the chronograph and go to the range and see how fast they are, see if I've done them right. I got a little box of bullets there. I got them the same place that Wile E. Coyote gets his stuff, so they ought to be pretty good, right? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little scale that you see right there. I'm going to double check the weight of the powder, and then I'm going to start putting the bullets into the cases and primers into the cases, and we'll see what we get. Hopefully wonderful results. This is a digital scale set for grains, and I'm going to set it down here and get the tare weight of holding it like that. It was driving it crazy, but I've got it sitting here like it's supposed to be. It reads correctly. Turn this thing down so I can see if you can see. Well, maybe you can see and maybe you can't, but anyway, we'll take one of these guys. He's got a primer in him. We'll put him on there and take the tare weight, and we'll come up here, fill that fellow with powder, bring him down here, and it says I've got 3.0 grains, and I want to go anywhere from 2.8 to 3 grains, so that's where I want to be. Okay, now I'll have to pour these back in the bottle because I can't pour them back in the top of that thing. But anyway, I'll check them, and I'll put a bullet on them, and I'll load them in here. And there's my little box of bullets. Look like lipstick when I get through. Okay, so take that little guy. Oh, okay. You couldn't see what I was doing because I was pointing the wrong way. Alright, let's see, where are we? Alright, so I put the little case with the powder on the shell plate, and I set a bullet on top of it. We're going to go up into die. We'll squish it on there. There's something hanging up here. Okay, and then we'll go to the crimping die. I felt that crimp. Okay. So there's one completely loaded and ready to go. And once I get started here, every one of the holes in this plate will have a cartridge at some stage of the completion. Okay, so I can turn my scale back on, get another case that's got a primer in it. There's a primer. Set it on there, get the tare weight. Okay, put this guy on here, load him with powder. Hope I didn't run that one. I think I did. Well, he had the right powder load anyway. I think I ruined that one. I didn't make sure it was lined up. So we'll go back in here with one that's lined up correctly, I hope. All right. That one's right. So we'll get him there. We'll put a bullet on him. Let's make him come around first. Then we'll put a bullet on him. Bring him up. And that was another finished product. There you go. Another one done. Alright, so now one of the important things is that they be the right length. So hang on, let me get my caliper. I'm looking for 930 to 950 thousandths in these. I've got a pretty wide range there because it's going to fit in more than one firearm. So we got 939. Where is it there? I don't know if you can see that. We got 939 on that one. The overall length on this one, 936. Guess you can see that, 936. So that will fit. So we're gonna make a few of them that size, and then we'll see what we get when we run them over the chronograph. I'm going to do 10 of them. That'll be enough to test out. Okay, so there we are. The shell plate's fully loaded. The first stage knocks the primer, this little guy here, out of the bottom of the cartridge. This next stage puts a new primer in. This stage flares out the end of the case and fills it with powder. This one inserts the bullet to the right depth, and the last one down there puts a factory crimp on the bullet. So we're doing pretty good so far. And I check every one of them as they come across to make sure there's a primer in it. I think so you can focus, you can see there's a primer in that one. Alright, away we go. And they're all looking the same so far. So, powder in there. There's a primer in there. No high primers. Okay. Put a bullet on it. Another one down the tubes there. There's powder. There's a primer. Bullet on it. Okay, there's powder. we missed one there. Don't have one. Got one empty. That's all right. Okay, got a primer. Got powder. Got a primer. Primer, powder, whoops, primer in it, powder in it, bullet on it, powder in it, bullet on it, all right. So there we are. It should be 10, maybe 11. I think I counted wrong. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. All right, so we've got 11 reloaded there. That'll be enough to take to the range and run them on the chronograph and find out what we find out. See you guys in the morning.